in Minnesota. He and the Lakers got that win in large part to a 17-point fourth quarter. LeBron said he's feeling more like himself as he gets more time on the court. This 1-2 punch still has big plans for the season. It helps that they have others shining in their roles. Jared Vanderbilt is shining like that of Kim Mulkey. Check out that jacket in fashion. It's the Lakers and Rockets for the third and final time this season. Each team won on its home court. Tip-off in Houston coming up at 4 right here on Spectrum Sportsnet. Had to give a shout out to her, right? Hello and welcome to Access Sportsnet Lakers, brought to you by your Southern California Toyota dealers. I'm Allie Clifton, joined by the Hall of Famer Big Game James Worthy, Laker insider Mike Bresnahan. We need some bedazzle on our jackets.
Yeah, man.
Feel really boring compared to what Vando was putting out there. That's some strong stuff right there, James.
Coming through there looking like the Black Liberace. We'll come through there ready to go. I ain't mad at you. Get me one of those.
Vando showing out. We get things started with none other than a look at the race in the Western Conference playoff picture. The Lakers enter today's game versus the Rockets a half game back of the 7th seed and just 1 game back of the 6th seed. They've won 5 of their last 6 games, with just 5 games remaining in the regular season. Oh, by the way, just in, the Timberwolves lose today to the Portland Trailblazers on how many shots, Brez?
Carl Anthony Towns took 3 shots. The Timberwolves were favored by 19.5, James, and they lost at home to a Portland team playing all backups, pretty much. Unbelievable loss for them, but it helps the Lakers.
And a significant game for them.
Yeah, so if the Lakers win right now, over the next few hours, they will move into a tie with the Pels for 7th, but the Lakers have the tiebreaker, so they will be, in essence, 7th.
Yeah, that's hard to understand. Towns only getting 3 shots.
Yeah.
And Edwards getting 30?
30-something, yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of weird. From an old fart veteran like me, that kind of tells me that something's not quite right, because Minnesota is a really good team. They should be way better. I know they've had some injuries. I know Towns without, but with Conley and Gobert, but 30 shots versus 3 in a significant game. I'd like to hear what's going on in the locker room, post-game.
Yeah, definitely some imbalance on that roster.
I think this conversation right here tells you that, one, we are normal people, and we like to follow what's going on in the race here down the stretch. But also, big game, as we now carry it forward against the Houston Rockets, how much can that win over the Timberwolves? Maybe they crush their spirit, the Lakers, just continue to roll with that momentum from Friday. Yeah,
that's incentive. The fact that Minnesota lost, and you get to redeem yourself versus Houston. You know what they did to you when they came in here a few weeks back. So you got LeBron back, AD playing well, but in addition to that, the whole team is in sync. This is the most connected that I've seen this team all season long. They're back up to their defensive position where they're playing consistent. They're getting, 25, 28 assists. LeBron has come back and recognized what he was witnessing while he was out, that these guys are really, playing well with a lot of gel. And he's just added on to that. So this is a team that's peaking at the right time. And I've had a lot of smiley faces, when I run into people who a few months ago they were giving them to me pretty hard. But we're in a good place, Bress.
Yeah, at the grocery store back in December, January. Not a lot of friendly chatter with people who wanted to talk to us, but definitely a page has been turned. I think it's very easy for Darvin Ham and the Lakers today. All Darvin has to do is show the team maybe a few video clips from what happened on March 15th, about 2.5 weeks ago in Houston. The Lakers, no AD and no LeBron. I get that. Lakers lost by 4 to the Rockets that day. And this Rockets team, it's the exact same starting 5. They're all in their 21, 22-year-old range. Jabari Smith Jr., he's a teenager, James. He's 19. These guys, they don't care about the Lakers. They had fun beating them a couple weeks ago. So I think Darvin should hammer home the revenge tour theme. I think that could really come in handy, and maybe also remind the guys, hey, Minnesota just lost to a team, the Portland Trailblazers, that really had no starters going. So you got to be careful out there, especially this time of year.
Remember, Brez, when everyone thought back on March 15th that the season was over?
Yeah, right?
Not I.
Not anymore.
For the latest on today's matchup versus the Rockets, let's get you live to Houston. Lakers reporter Mike Trudell is standing by with more. He saw what happened in Minnesota as well. Hey, Mike.
Yeah, guys, man, that is a tough loss for the Wolves at home. And you know, Brez just mentioned some of the G League type players that the Portland Trail Blazers were throwing out there. But hey, Shaquille Harrison, star of the South Bay Lakers, certainly contributing to that cause in that sense. And what it really does, it makes things a lot easier. Well, easier is the wrong way to put it, but it just looks like the position for the Lakers to secure at worst the number 7 seed, that got a little bit easier if they can take care of business, right? And so they can't play like Minnesota played against a team that was younger, as they now get the Houston Rockets tonight. Of course, a team that beat them the last time they were here a couple of weeks ago. Things are a little different, though, in that LeBron James and Anthony Davis are both officially in. So that's where we started with Darvin Ham a couple of moments ago.
I mean, just us, you know, knowing that we, again, have unfinished business, not just tonight, but just moving forward throughout the rest of the season, the end of the season. And again, it's about us coming out and trying to be the best version of ourselves, and you know, trying to tighten up different areas, trying to sustain different things we're doing well, and just see if we can improve day upon day, game upon game. So it's you know, my hat's off to Houston, those young kids. You know, you definitely can't sleep on them. You have to come ready to play. They're going to force you to play. K. Porter, Jalen Green, those guys, they're two-headed monsters. It's a lot to deal with, but it's a good challenge for us, I think.
AD told us after the Minnesota game that he was playing, that the ankle felt okay. Just wondered about kind of what the update on the ankle is, how he's feeling.
It's the same word I got from earlier today, that he's fine.
Gotcha.
Go.
And then Darvin, just so you have 2 games to actually look at the starting lineup again, and which oddly this season seems like a lot, even though it's not. Just what are the things that you want to keep seeing that unit do as they build upon things?
Just balance, just having balance and not forcing the issue. And obviously we force fit a lot, but he sets the tone for us, and we need him. We're going to need him to continue to do that. And but the whole group, you know, in its entirety, is just to play the right way, make the right plays, and play with the balance. It's a balanced attack. All those guys complement each other that's in that starting 5. So just continue to compete at a high level and make the right play with whatever plays, the simple play that's in front of you.
All right, so there's Darvin Ham. And guys, remember the key to that game when Houston beat the Lakers here? They just kept getting to the paint and to the rim repeatedly. And Anthony Davis does help solve a lot of those types of problems on the defensive end for the Lakers, who have really played well defensively. Kind of take out that Houston game whenever basically Anthony Davis has been on the court, right? Defense has been pretty darn good lately. So we'll see AD in the starting lineup and kind of deter what Houston was able to do last time.
Basically what Mike is saying there is that the Lakers have no excuses on their side going into this one, so they should perform.
Yep.
Thanks so much, Mike. Appreciate it.
That's
and I
true.
do want to hone in on one guy, because as we just heard, everyone is available except that of Mo Bamba, which is a great sign. But one guy in particular, you think back to that March 15th game where there was no Anthony Davis, second night of a back-to-back, wasn't cleared just yet, but he's dealing with this ankle tweak. He's in. He said he's ready to play. And I think we all know what we hope to see from AD big game at this point, which it seems to be pointing that he is locked in on all facets, which is what you need.
Yeah, he's locked in. And I think he's battling through, you know, nagging injuries and pushing through them and not let them keep him out of games. You know, I mean, he's definitely going to miss some games, back-to-back games, things like that. But I think he's, you know, a player that understands his significance and where the Lakers are going. And that's, you know, that's a big load to carry for him, but I think he's accepted it because I think he knows as the Lakers go, you know, as AD goes. Defensively, they love it when he's back there. The defense, the perimeter defense, they have a few more chances to pressure and take a few more gambles knowing that he's back there to protect the rim. He's a steals guy. And as an offensive player, you know he's there. There's a lot of times they're going to the cup, they see him, they pass back out. So his presence alone makes a big difference in how the team, you know, plays on both ends.
Give AD a lot of credit. You know, just looking at some of the post-game quotes that came out of Minneapolis the other night. You know, you've got LeBron saying, we jumped on AD's back, and he took us home. You've got the Timberwolves coach, Chris Finch, saying, AD kicked our you-know-what in every way possible.
This isn't the podcast, huh?
Yeah, we have to kind of censor ourselves a little bit, right? And you know, and also Darvin Ham saying, look, he is our team. We want to run things through him. There is no doubt about it. Of course we've got LeBron James. We picked up some other nice players at the trade deadline. But we go as AD goes. And I was so fascinated hearing all these people talk about AD, either on the Lakers or on the Timberwolves. Bottom line, it really is his team right now. I mean, we have a good graphic here about 35 and 15 games. He's had a lot of them. And keep in mind, he's missed a lot of time this year. He was out almost 6 weeks with that injury. He's ahead of everybody. 35 plus points, 15 plus rebounds. Look at the next 4 guys on this list. Those are all like the MVP frontrunners right there. Maybe Luka's falling.